What is up? It's your boy Jonni Shreve, IFBB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is. Today, guys, we are on Men's Health again, and we are coaching up Diplo, going through his training and routine. And as you guys may have known, I've been doing some media work for some dance festivals. We're just recently at Izu, so maybe, hopefully, one day I get down and train Diplo and help him out. So let's see if he has an idea of what he's doing.
I've got a crazy schedule, you know. I'm a traveling producer, musician, DJ. I'm on the road probably 300 days a year, but somehow I make time to always train every day, sweat once a day. This is a little bit of my regimen on the road now.
Love it, love it. Good message right away. It's a part of his life. DJs have an active life, active schedule, and it's just one of those things like you don't have an excuse. There's no excuses. If you want to make it a priority in your life, you'll make it a priority in your life, and it's just gonna have benefits. Like, it might seem hard to start, but there's benefits, massive benefits to just training.
From Bali to New York and had to stay in Dubai for 4 hours. And a lot of these big airports and these big hubs, like, they have gyms at the airports. So if you have a layover, I suggest anybody go to the gym during a layover. What are you gonna do for 3 hours? Ride a bike for an hour.
Dip, bro. Where you at next? Let me train you right quick. I mean, you seem like you got your shit together anyway. I love where you're at, but I love the message. It's true. I used to go all the time. Every time I had a layover in Toronto, there was a Good Life in Toronto, in I think Terminal 1. And I used to go there in between layovers. Why the heck not? You know, what are you else gonna do? What if this guy, Diplo's favorite exercises. All right, here we go.
This exercise on the bench, this is like a little protocol I like to do that does all your core muscles, and it's just fun. And you sit on the bench, you don't have to move around. I was at this Dior show in Tokyo, and Kate Moss was there, the audience I was DJing it. And she was in the gym with me, and I remember she came up to me, like, that looks like the craziest exercise I've ever seen. And I made sure I had a really heavy weight, did the rows.
Kate Moss is working out, huh? I mean, what up, Kate? You trainer?
Did the rows, did all the core exercises, and Kate Moss was really impressed by that exercise, so I call it the Kate Moss.
All right, let's see what this thing's about, man. I'm already looking at this and I'm like, I like Diplo, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, he's doing some things, but here's the thing though, he don't know better, right? No one knows better. Anyone that's doing what they're doing, they either don't know better or they know exactly what they're doing. And that's how it is. That's just how it is. Someone showed you something and you're doing it, or you actually know what you're doing. That's how it is. So,
number to be really big, so everybody in the gym knows what you're doing. And then you do like
heavy rows,
8 or 10 rows.
Heavy rows build back muscles that help protect your shoulders. Yo, maybe like men's health should just take a break. Just if they got a chance that whoever's on their channel knows they're talking about, just let them talk. Don't put in your 2 cents. Hey, heavy rows build back muscles that help protect your shoulders. How? How so?
On each side.
Okay, so again, when we're doing this,
but I kind of like to have my back arched a little bit, so I really feel like I can feel the shoulder and the lat really pulling. So if you like hunched a little bit, it's not safe, I feel like.
Oh, I like that. See, I like how he showed you what he's talking about, because he's like, I want my back to be like this. He's like, what do you mean? And he's not a coach, obviously, and he's trying to explain, he's trying to communicate it to us, and he showed us. And it's cool because the fact that he can go from round to flat means that he has good body awareness. So good for him. But the best thing for this exercise, really, if you're gonna do it kneeling down, it's not like I used to do it with kneeling down all the time. And you know what? Whatever, there's nothing wrong with that. But I find there's a better option for doing this if you want to do it standing up. But regardless if you do it kneeling or not, remember, we're trying to pull this elbow back. Right? We're pulling the elbow back and the shoulder back. So we don't want the shoulder elevating this way. We want it going back this way than the rest. That's where we're gonna really hit our lats in this exercise.
Be big, so everybody in the gym knows what you're doing. And then you do like 8 or 10 rows.
Right. So we want to be like, see how his shoulders. Like, he's doing a pretty good job. He's doing a pretty good job of keeping his shoulders down. Right, his shoulder's not sitting in his ear. But then we want to pull this lever here. We want this to be pulled back more, right? And that's sometimes what happens when we're in this position, which makes it hard for you to actually pull the hip, because that's going to give you a lot more engagement in the lat. Because again, when you look at your lats attach basically like right from under your arm, on your shoulder, pull it down, this and that, and they go and they attach to your hip. So when you do low rows and you feel it in your hip, or it's because your lats are engaged there. So we do want to pull all the way through. So it's a little more optimal to do that way. But again, regardless of how you're doing it, we want to make sure the shoulder pulls back, right, and not up, right? We want to retract the scapulas. We don't want to elevate the scaps. Nice. All right, so we got dumbbell pullers. So my man has got a, Diplo's got a I think, what weight is that? What's Diplo saying? Is that a hundo? That's an 80. Okay, Diplo's got an 80. Okay, Diplo. Okay, Diplo's got an 80-pound dumbbell doing a combination of dumbbell pullovers and candlesticks. This guy's flexing on us. Reverse pullover crunch.
Shoulder is always like important for me. I love doing like core stuff. You do your triceps, 20, and then we'll just like edit those, and then you do like.
So here's the thing with this exercise. He's got it wrong. So number one, doing both of these things isn't gonna benefit at all. It'd be better off if he did a pullover first with his feet on the ground, and then did a candlestick, and then did a crunch. But here's what he's kind of missing in this. Number one, when he's doing this, right? Again, you're missing out. You're not giving yourself the best opportunity for you to maximize either one of those lifts. Right? So number one, when he's doing the actual candlestick, all he's doing here, and we've talked this before, is he's basically doing
core stuff.
He's basically doing a hip flex exercise. Because he's not lifting his pelvis up, his core isn't really working as much as it should optimally because it's just sitting there. His legs are gonna get tired. His hip flexors are probably strong as H, right? Because that's basically what's happening. If you look at his range, where it's coming, the hips are coming off, and the hips need to come off the ground for your core to actually be engaged as optimally as possible if you want to get the most out of this, right? So right now, you might as well just do a pullover. Now, again, he's just doing what he knows. If I was there, dip, holla at your boy, this is what I would have told him. And the next exercise here, doing the crunch, he could just do the crunch on their own. The one thing is the issue with doing crunches like that, when you're leading, is we get a lot of neck. We get a lot of neck movement, right? We're trying to push up with the neck, right? So that's one thing we have to make sure we try our best not to do when doing exercises like this. But other than that, right, he could have just did 2 exercises. So now you have this. Right, so again, right, this right now,
and sometimes
he's just really working.
Something I learned when I was a wrestler, to do this exercise on the floor.
Oh, he was a wrestler.
Everybody had to write their name with their feet. Name's Wesley, so I was like.
Yeah, so it's like those are like good little exercises to do. Again, to make this more beneficial, it's getting the hip off the ground. Again, you guys are like, yeah, he's doing it, whatever, he's getting his abs. Yes, he's getting core work, but like I can't really say a percentage. But I'll tell you this. Let's just say if his goal is to 100% work his core, his hip flexors are taking a good chunk of that percentage. That's all I'm saying. So for you to not have your core do that, or for you to not divide up your, I would say, targeted muscle to other places that don't need to be there, I would say do the other way. Do it the more optimal way if you can. He has the mobility to do it, and he has the strength to do it. So if you have the ability to do it, he's going to do it. I'm just coaching him up through this. But you don't have to do this. You might as well just do like actual leg lifts with the hip in the air. And then again, like holding the weight. Holding the weight actually isn't as hard, right? Holding the weight up isn't really hard at all, to be honest. When it comes down to it, you're just counterbalancing yourself. Some people might think that holding a weight here, then doing like leg curls, or you might have someone holding a barbell on their back and they're doing leg lifts. It's not doing anything at all. It's just counterbalancing the weight because your legs weigh more, so it just hold you there. So holding your weight, your hands here, it's just really actually helping you, do the leg lift. So you might as well just have the weight that's there so you can actually do the leg lift properly rather than just having it, holding it there and getting a good hip flexor workout.
Set. That 3 times, that kind of does everything from here all the way down.
And of course, 3 times doing this, you're definitely gonna feel it there.
Core burnout. This is mostly like just a show.
But unnecessary.
Just body weight exercises because that's so functional for me at the
Man, this dude is this dude's an acrobat, man. What the heck? What's Diplo saying? What's Diplo saying?
Okay, more straight. Yeah. There's a guy to labor.
More straight. Well, I do some
I
gymnastics.
And that's a really good functional exercise. That means my shoulders are healthy. Having functional shoulders is very important for what I love to do, which is like boxing and surfing. That L-sit exercise is actually my like triumphant return for my labrum to be back again.
So so just to give you guys an idea, you do not have to do anything like that for shoulder mobility or health. Really, you can do like shoulder cars, openers. You don't have to do anything crazy like that. Diplo's just is Diplo.
These stretches I do on the ground, things like that. I might do a whole hour of just stretching and small core exercises. Probably my favorite kind of workout. And every time you do this, you really see how much more flexible you are, like every time you go down.
Yeah, I mean, like this is probably one of the better ones I've seen. He's got a pretty, I mean, like he's a traveler man. He's busy. He's making time. He shows a little routine. Could he do things differently? Yeah, but it's definitely not as, other than some of the things they should change. He looks like to me he knows what he's doing or trying to do, and that's what works for him. Doesn't he do the things that he's doing? There's obviously the things that I've suggested that are way better. But other than that, it's not that bad. Anyway, thought I'd go over this video. Maybe you guys could learn from this. And if you did, let me know in the comment section below. Till next time, guys, you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing.